Cody, our quarterback over here, is Michael Penix Jr. the future of Atlanta?
If I'm Atlanta, I hope he is. He has to be. I mean, you spend a top 10 draft pick on him in 2024 after you paid Kirk Cousins $180 million, and you turn around in that next draft and say, we're taking Penix Jr. with a top 10 pick. I mean, it has to work out.
They guaranteed Kirk Cousins $100 million.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's because we guarantee you're going to be the guy. And I'm just curious to know when that happened. Did they know? Because obviously Kirk didn't know. I wonder when they realized either we made a mistake paying Kirk or they decided the whole time we're not going to say anything and we're going to go draft him. So it's crazy. I know it surprised a lot of people, myself included. Yeah. But it didn't surprise me because Michael Penix isn't a good quarterback. It just surprised me because of the Kirk Cousins situation. But I'll say this. I know he started out bad these last couple of games, but it's way too early to know what his future is going to look like in Atlanta. It's 6 starts.
No, I understand.
You know, and you can go back and look at all these great quarterbacks that played. A lot of them struggle in those first 6 games. And there's also some things on film with Penix that gives you some optimism and gives you some confidence going forward. And I spent some time with Drake London this offseason. Drake was out at USC, and he was adamant about, hey, Penix is that guy. I know it's his quarterback, but this was off record when we were talking. Yeah. And he said he's that guy. The way he spins it, his accuracy, the way that he goes about the game mentally, he is that guy. Now, I will say this, though. Yes, everyone's going to have bad games, but you can't stack bad games. And that's when I start to get worried, is if that becomes something that's consistent for him.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have a bad game here, maybe have some growing pains here and there, but if it's bad game after bad game after bad game, then you start to worry, because then the quarterback loses confidence. And then he doesn't believe in himself. And once he doesn't believe in himself, then everyone else around him is saying, well, I'm not following that guy anymore. And I'm not saying Penix is there yet, but if you don't turn it around quickly and start seeing some progress in year 2, then you could fall into that category. But overall, no, it's too early. I believe in him. I think he's going to turn things around. Now, I'm curious to see how he responds to getting benched. And I know they said, okay, it's the game was out of reach for protecting the starters, but you're still getting benched. Like, they're taking you off the field. You're not with your team anymore.
I don't know if that's a bench to me.
But as a quarterback, I've been in that position.
So Dak got benched.
Huh?
So Dak got benched this past weekend.
There was still, I think there was 8 to 10 minutes left to go, though, in this Atlanta game, right? And also 8 to 10 minutes left to go in the Cowboys game. I thought that was interesting. I wasn't a big fan.
So Dak got benched.
I didn't think, no, I'm not saying he got benched, but I didn't think that game was over yet.
If Michael Penix got benched, then Dak got benched.
Okay, sure, call it bench. Yeah, either way, he got taken out of the game and put on the bench. To you, that's saying that, all right, I'm not going to finish this game because my coach doesn't want me to, or whatever reason it is. I'm just saying from a personal perspective, you take that differently than just saying, all right, we got blown out, but I stayed out there and fought until the very end. So I'm just curious to see how he responds to that. Maybe for Dak, he understands, all right, I'm not getting benched. But for Penix, who's only had 6 starts, it could feel a different type of way to where they think, man, I got benched right here. They don't believe in me. It's tough to handle that mentally. I can't wait to see.
It was 27-0 when he got.
It was.
Right.
It was.
I think they were just
still
trying
getting
to
taken out of that game.
Put some points on the board. They was trying to do something. I wouldn't consider that a benching.
Okay. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? But I think 6 games is too early to determine.
Yeah.
Is he the guy? Is he the guy? Is he the leader? Is he the Falcons' future or not? But I will say, last year, those 3 starts, they just looked a little different, man. It was 2 overtime losses and a big-time win versus the Giants, but it was big throws. It was, you saw flashes last year, which is why he's the starter this year, I think. And this year, it should just look real regular. I don't really see those same flashes that I seen from last year, this year. So I like how he played. He don't hold the ball. He drop back, he hits, he get the ball out of his hands, he make good decisions. But to me, I don't know. Sometimes it jump off the tape, sometimes it don't. For like them 3 games last year, it was like, oh yeah, Penix need to be starting right now.
Yeah.
And then now, these 3 games, it's kind of like just real regular. You know what I'm saying? So it's too early to tell.
3 games, would you play Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix Jr.?
I'll give him more time. I think they they're not doing too bad. What if they 1-2?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they 1-2. So I mean, I give them
1-2.
I at least give them 4 losses. You start off 1-4. Hey, Kurt, save us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he got 2 more games to show something that's not regular, in my opinion. If it's regular, still looking regular, and it's 2 more losses, and I got to take my loss. You know what I'm saying? And go with the guy guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
I think a big part of that too is like how you mentioned. You know, last year it looked a little different from this year. I feel like last year, it was one of those situations where it's like the new shiny toy. And I think for him, he was like, yo, I just want to get in there and see what I could do as well.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Bingo.
A lot less pressure.
So the energy's different. Now coming into this year, it's okay, you're the guy. Everybody's looking at you now, right? So your preparation is even different. How you view, like your worldview is not as narrow as it was when you were just coming in, showing everybody that you belong here. And so that part of it it just weighs heavy on it. And I just feel like he's gonna have to figure it out. And like you said, these next 3 or 4 games will be the tell, I think. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
So you guys are talking about a blessing and a curse where he got thrown in with a team that everybody likes because of the Drake Londons. You know, like the offense looked like
Bijan Robinson.
Oh,
Jackson.
hey, is he not?
Yeah.
To me, he's the best running back in football. But
He's getting there.
he's getting there. And they got so many weapons, and there was so much preseason hype. They're going to win the division, and this is it. This could be the best offense in pro football. That was all the talk going into the season, because once upon a time, just 2 years, he was the 8th overall pick. I mean, 8th overall, I fell out of my seat when that happened that night. And Mel Kiper said later that it was one of the most shocking picks he can remember, and he's been doing it for like 50 years. Okay, so now it's very interesting this week, and Aqib knows Raheem very well. Your first coach, right? Was he your first coach? Yeah.
Not my first coach. My first coach was Gruden.
Oh, Gruden was still
Gruden was
there.
fired
That's
after
right.
the first year. Then Rod was my head coach for 3 years.
Okay, for
He was
3
my
years.
DB coach though with Gruden, first DB coach.
Okay. So they have already gotten desperate because yesterday Raheem fired the receivers coach, Ike Hilliard,
Saw that.
and then Zach Robinson, who could get the Oklahoma State job now that Gundy's been fired, but he's one of the leading candidates, but he's the coordinator, and Raheem made him now leave the press box, and he's going to call the plays from the sideline, as if that's going to be a magic fix to all this, right? And there's a little desperation. You're trying to protect this kid by saying, well, it's the receivers coach's fault, and the coordinator can see the game better actually from the sideline. I'm not sure about that, but a lot of good play callers call it from the sideline. I don't know if you have a strong take on.
I like the play caller being on the sideline more than I
Do
like
you?
him up in the booth. I do.
How can you see though? It's especially when there's a little.
Well, because
tilt
you
in the
have
field.
8 GAs or quality control guys that are up there, your receiver coach that are up there telling the OC, like, hey, they ran cover 3 last time we ran bunch. Hey, they ran cover 2.
Yeah.
Now, yes, you can see a little bit better if you're the offensive coordinator, but I like more coming off to the sideline. Let's grab the whiteboard. Let's get on the tablet.
Yeah.
I can talk to you directly instead of having to get on the
from
phone.
the field though, Skip. You position your body.
I didn't like having to get on the phone.
in a good place. You can see the back end. You can see what
see it,
guys.
okay.
You might need some help on what they did up front.
Yeah.
You can't watch everything all at once. But I feel like in the box, you got a up top view. You can't watch everything all at once up top neither. So
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So they lost their opener at home to their division rival when Koo missed a kick. You know, Baker was great late, but Koo missed a kick that could have won the game. And then it falls all the way to that. They had a good game at Minnesota. JJ got hurt.
Yeah.
But you're losing 30-0 to Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just stinks, you know, like it's there's stench on it. And here's my take on Michael Penix Jr. And I watched him a lot at Washington. Listen, he was really, really good in college until he ran into, was Jesse Minter the defensive coordinator in the championship
Yeah, with Jim
game?
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Okay, that was Jesse Minter. So it's Harbaugh and Jesse Minter in the championship game.
I'm sure Minter was there for the national.
I'm pretty sure he was. And they just did a number.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Michael Penix got waxed where he got what you think the Micah treatment will be of Dak. He was just getting hit from everywhere. Mason Graham's busting loose up the middle.
That defense, that Wink Martindale defense is no joke, man.
And it was coming from
nightmare.
everywhere. Yep. And I didn't love the way he stood up to it because he winds up on the bench with a towel over his head. And I thought he had cost himself some money in the championship game because he did not rise and shine. He didn't live up to his billing coming in because I thought he could have won the Heisman with the numbers that he put up.
He came to SC and made us look bad.
Did he?
Yeah, he came to SC that year and
made a lot of people look bad.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
He's a good
So,
quarterback.
You know, I'm still rooting for him, and it's way too early to panic. But they're panicking. They're already making moves with coaches that scream panic. And And I got to say this about Kirk Cousins. I've never been a fan of his because he was once upon a time a 4th-round pick. He now has a chance, depending on what Matt Stafford does if he stops after this year. Kirk Cousins could go down as making the most money in the history of your game. The history of your game?
Not for real.
What?
Ooh, that's one.
You want to talk about playing the game, the money game? He played it beautiful everywhere he was with tags.
Franchise.
Yeah, franchise. And then he's right place, right time. He's on the market, and Minnesota's desperate, and they say, okay, we'll do that. For Kirk Cousins,
Same with the Falcons.
hey, we'll do that. And the Falcons could have had Baker or Kirk. Both were available, and they went Kirk. And it surprised me because I'm a big Baker fan, and I've never, listen, in Kirk Cousins' time in Washington, Dallas-Washington rivalry, I love playing against Kirk Cousins because he will throw it to you when most needed. You know, he'll throw a pick in the end zone. He did one in Dak in Zeke's rookie year at Washington. I thought we were about cooked, and he throws it to Barry Church in the end zone. Remember?
42?
Yeah,
Church.
42.
Yeah.
And,
He's in Jacksonville.
He's in Jacksonville out. Yeah, I remember trying.
and it just, he was. That's a good point. And it flipped the game because it's Kirk Cousins. He's going to turn into, as the GM called him once, Kurt Cousins. You know, like he's going to be Kurt more than Kirk. And yet he knows how to play. And right now he probably knows way more how to play than Michael Penix knows how to play, right? And so you put him in there, and he's probably going to look pretty good. And I'm sure Raheem's thinking, damn, should I? Because Raheem's got to win some games, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, and he's probably thinking, could I win a few more games right now with Kirk? Well, he probably, for now, he probably could. So, but they kind of made their bed with Michael. They plunged and like cut bait. So you have to just hang with it, and now you got to develop your rookie quarterback on the fly, right?
I don't like that. I think they got to stick with Penix regardless. It's not like the Jackson Dart situation to where you started with Russ. Okay, it's not working. Now we're throwing Dart in there. Even though I don't like it, you went into an entire offseason saying this is your football team. Here's the keys to the vet. You take over. We need you to be that guy, and you're 3 games in, and now we're like, I don't know now. And I know
you do it at 3 games in, though.
No, you can't. You can't, but I don't think you can do it. I mean,
so if you start
hypothetically,
if they 1-2 now, if they go 1-4, you just say fuck the season.
I don't think it's that point. I think if we get closer to maybe 1-7,
the 1-7 the season is over with.
Yeah, but you got, this is your 8th overall pick that you put it. I mean, you paid
this
Kirk
is Raheem's more. If
I
he
get it.
go trash
That's
this year,
that player. That's
then
the same
he might
thing with
get his
Bayless.
ass fired. You know what I'm saying? That's my dogs, bro.
No.
1-4. Somebody got to come say this shit.
Yeah.
And hey, we got Kurt. Kurt is a nice vet. I like that.
But they had Kirk last year, and we saw what happened. Like, they benched him when they still were in playoff contention.
Though. Kurt was limping, and you watched.
He had a turnover. He did have. He
was. Everything on his body was hurt last year.
But he started turning the football over at a high rate.
So that's why they put him in last week, just to see. Let us see how healthy Kurt looked.
Yeah.
So you think you got benched then? Is what you're saying?
Nah, the game is out of hand
Wait a
right
minute.
now.
Wait a minute.
The game is out of hand. Let's just see how healthy Kurt look in here real quick. Let's see him drop back, hitch, and throw the football. Let's just see how healthy he look. Because if we get to 4 losses, Penix got to sit down. And Kurt, we looking at you to come win 4 in a row for us.
I know it was 27-0, but how much time was left? Was it 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Okay, I remember because that's why I remember looking at it. Like, I know the Dallas game I thought was a little early, but I remember looking at it and thinking, like, this isn't a vet to where I'm trying to protect him. This is your young starter. Even if it's garbage time at the end of the game, like, those are valuable reps. Let me go get some confidence. I've been in games before where we're getting blown out, and you're just going to play what? Prevent, cover 4, drop everybody out. We're not going to show anything. Let me throw a couple hitches, a couple curls, a couple comebacks, get that confidence going. But when you take them out, I know it's not benching, but to my point, it feels like, all right, man, they gave up on me.
You go tell him, man, hey, it's 27-0, man, this thing over with.
No, they did, and Morris said that afterwards. Said, look, it was to protect the starters.
That's it.
But that some people, when you handle adversity like that, and I hope it's not Penix, but that'll crack you a little bit, and that'll make you struggle, or you come out and it's a wake-up call, and you're better for it. But I didn't like that. Let him go out there and still get some reps in and work on some routes.
I liked it because he get 2 more losses. You come in and sit down.
For good.
I need to know what Kurt feeling like, what he's looking like, what better opportunity. At 27-0, let me see how Kurt feeling right now. See how he throwing the ball. That's exactly what I would have did.
It was 11 minutes left.
11 minutes.
11
okay.
minutes.
That's the ball game. That's
Early
over
though,
with.
man. I mean, those are valuable.
Yeah, you
reps.
got a lot of time with 11 minutes.
I don't think they're coming
4
back.
touchdowns to win.
No.
I said it was
I'm not
over.
saying they're coming back, but I'm saying that's
game was
valuable
over.
reps for Penix, who's starting his 6th game. Let him get some routes out there and build some confidence.
But I did love what you opened with, which is I do love the way the ball comes out of his hand because it comes
He can spin
quick
it.
and he
Yeah,
spins
get
it.
rid of it. He's spinning.
Okay, but to me, to my eye, so far this year when I've watched, and I haven't watched it all, but I've watched bits and pieces, it looked regular, to use your word.
Real
It
regular.
just looked average to me. It didn't look special. It didn't look like, oh, there it is. You know,
Right.
like, oh, that could be it. So
And it was bad against Carolina. It was. I went and watched that whole game. It
Did you?
Was,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I watched the tape. He
I watched it too.
when he's in rhythm, he's great. When he's seeing the field right, when we're throwing a curl route or I got a flat and I'm reading the defender and I read it perfectly and I'm in rhythm, he spins it. When he gets off rhythm right now,
Left-handed.
he struggles. Yeah, he's a lefty. He
yeah.
struggles going from 1 to 2 to 3. He
Right.
struggles
Didn't he
starting
throw-
right,
he threw
kicking
a-
back, going left. That comes with time though.
he threw a
Once-
pick six, right?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, he had 2
Had
picks
2
in that
picks,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a lot
It
of
was
bad
rough to
throws.
watch.
Worming on
It
the
was rough to
ground.
watch.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Yeah.
Look
Well, let's talk about 2 quarterbacks that are hot right now. Okay, we got Herbert.